Got some new showers and some heavy, not showers, let's call it rain, call it what it is. Look at these lines moving through right now along the coast. And by the way, the Camino radar is out. They're working on it, but we've implemented 5 others to try to pick up the rain in some areas. But along the coast, boy, you can really see that from the coastal radar there. You can see some of that heavy rain producing heavy downpours, potentially 1 inch to 2 inches per hour. It's moving through kind of quickly, but it's going to produce some heavy rainfall totals by the time we get into the morning hours, and we've got more of it behind there. So 2:30 in the morning, look at this system just continues to move to the east. By the commute tomorrow morning, we'll have some scattered showers. I think tomorrow is almost going to look and feel a lot like it did today, where you've got that cool breeze blowing through, you've got some sunshine, a few isolated showers, and potentially a few more thunderstorms tomorrow. That's 12 o'clock, and we're starting to see a bit of a break. And then by the afternoon, with some of the heating, unsettled air coming through 2:30, Tacoma, Olympia, even through the Kitsap Peninsula, perhaps a couple of those isolated thunderstorms. Not as widespread, but still there. Friday, you can see by the evening hours, things are winding down over the San Juan Islands. You should get some more of that rain as well. And then into Saturday morning, plan on some scattered showers for the morning hours, and then a bit of a break as we go into the evening and into Sunday. Now, the wind, like we had today, coming in out of the south, wrapping around this Pacific system, sustained about 5 to 15 miles per hour. Those gusts up to 25 at times. That's going to be 5:30 Friday afternoon for the commute home, and then even into the 11 o'clock hour Friday night, you can still see the breeze kind of coming through. Mountains tomorrow, scattered showers in the form of rain and snow. The snowfall level generally at about 5,000 feet. But most of the snow that does accumulate, which will only be about 1 inch or so, will be above that, say above 6,000 feet. Tonight, you've got your 40s for overnight lows. The moisture's in place, the cloud cover is in place, and highs once again tomorrow are only going to be in the upper 50s and lower 60s. How about the 7-day forecast? So we talked about a break Saturday afternoon once the showers pass. By Sunday, it'll be one of the warmer days with low and mid 60s. Sunshine, and the Sounders game should be fantastic with sunshine. On Tuesday, Joyce and Mark, that system's going to bring us some rain and some cold winds.